Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, everyone. Um, Welcome. It's me, Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. We have a lot to talk about. We're talking about astrology, first of all, if you're new here. And I am pulling some tarot. I have some tarot cards sitting here, so that will be happening in this video. Also, I want to talk about a few current events. I'm actually going to save that for another video, but we're here to talk about Mercury in its shadow phase. Apologies right now for the sound in the background, even if you can't hear it. Hopefully you can't, but they are doing work on the building. So, and I feel like they're right under my window, which they are. Okay. But Mercury is entering the shadow phase today. We are going to talk about the spring equinox. Happy solar return to all my Aries. And what else we have? Mars is entering Pisces. We're talking about anything in between of the dates March 18th to the 25th. And we will talk briefly a little bit about the eclipse. I'm going to talk about that is loud. That is so loud. I'm going to talk about the Libra lunar penumbra eclipse a little bit, but I'm going to talk about that in the next video, which is going to be up tomorrow or Wednesday, hopefully without the sound. That's crazy. It is so, you guys, I'm vibrating. The ground is vibrating. Anyway, but that's not going to stop me from doing this. I am so sorry right now if you can hear that. I just wonder if you can, but we're going to ignore it. It does bug me, but I have to do this now or it's just not going to happen. Okay, so let's get started on. Oh, first of all, I want to talk about the royal family. Kate Middleton is missing. Very Pisces energy. I'm going to just, and then there's also AI, Pluto and Aquarius with the photo. If you didn't know, and I'm just going to briefly talk about all this really quick. And then in the next video, because I've decided maybe I should put this all in one video or a whole episode, because you could be coming from a podcast. And welcome if you're coming from a podcast or listening from a podcast. And also, I want to say, please subscribe, like, comment. If you are here and you are not subscribed, if you are here and you are not liking this video, if you are here and you're not commenting, because that helps the comments down below, that's like not tipping. Okay. And actually, this is how you pay for the service. So if you guys can do that for me, that really helps me out. You see, it's a little crowd here where I'm not big in numbers. I'm not big in numbers, but my video doesn't go out to a lot of people, and it would really help me. I put in a lot of work in the things that I do here, and I care. I try to do my best. One of the 4 agreements. So please help me out and do your best and thumbs upping. I used to be a lazy viewer and just watch videos and not do anything, but then I realized that's not good karma. Okay. So now if I really like a video, I comment. But if I see they're doing their job, I like the video. Actually, if I like the video, I just like the video. Thumbs up. No more just watching something and not paying them. So that is my version of paying. Okay. So just make sure you do those things and subscribe and comment extra bonuses for me. Okay, so let's talk about what we have this week. So, I was talking about actually the royal family, Kate Middleton. First of all, I talked about King Charles and his heart. I talked about that in a few episodes ago. And now I'm talking about Kate Middleton missing in a photo. This is all Pisces energy. We have Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. I didn't look at the date or anything, but it's very Pisces energy. Photographs, Pisces, okay? And missing also could be Pisces, okay? Because Pisces is very cloudy and we can't understand it. We can't comprehend all what's going on. Pisces, okay? Airplanes. If you have noticed, I talked about in the last episode, welcome anyone live. I talked about in the last episode, and sorry about the noise, but I talked about in the last episode of my airplane experience, and Pluto is in Aquarius. It's even getting bigger with the Boeing, if I'm saying it right, and a whistleblower, and they say he committed suicide. That's a Pisces element. But Pluto in Aquarius is going to affect the airplanes more than ever with travel. So be aware of that. Something's going to change when Pluto advances in its degree with airplanes. Airplanes will officially change. Okay. And this is just a startup. We are going to start seeing problems to cause a change. And so be safe when you are traveling through air, especially with the Mercury retrograding. Be extra safe and cautious. Okay. But also, anytime there's Aquarius season, it's going to be very potent. Yes. Anyway, oh, spring break was canceled in Florida. That's also Pisces, people. Also, I haven't been to church physically in years. Went to church yesterday with the family. Very Pisces. Easter in Pisces season. So yeah, just be aware of that. Is it Pisces season or Aries? I know it's what, Good Friday, Pisces. Yeah. Anyway, but spring break being canceled, that is some Pisces energy, because Pisces is like in this, okay? It's over. And the residents of our beautiful Florida, it was like it's going to end it. Anyway, so that is all Pisces, just so you know. I might do a full episode going in detail and looking at the charts and pulling them up for some current events, but that's what we have for the current events now. So annoying. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Anyway, but let's talk about Mercury in the shadow phase. Let me actually bring it on up here. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Let me see. How do I? Okay. It's like it's always new, actually. And I usually eat before, but I wanted to have more clarity for you guys. So let's bring this up right now. The charts here of today. How was everyone's weekend? How was everyone's week? Yeah. And also, if you want me to go over a current event, please let me know anytime. Okay, so let's talk about Mercury shadow phase. It begins because Mercury, first of all, there is a pre and post shadow phase to any Mercury retrograding. Okay. And Mercury retrograding means that the planet Mercury is slowing down. And a lot of people think it's reversing because it looks like it's reversing. It's not reversing. It's really slowing down. It's like, and then the pre-shadow phase, it's like a preview or shadow of what's to come during the retrograde period. During this phase, it lasts about 2 weeks before the actual retrograde, and you might start noticing some typical retrograde effects. So miscommunication, some delays, some technology glitches, hence the flying the airplane, what I was talking about earlier. It's a good time to start preparing and double checking important details and backing up any type of data. Okay. Now, during the shadow phase, you want to prevent some issues. And during Mercury retrogrades, you want to communicate clearly. You want to back up any type of data, like I said. Confirm plans. Always double confirm. Just checking in, checking my itinerary, checking my travel itinerary. Be patient. Avoid signing any type of documents, okay? This is a warning for you, okay? Any type of important documents regarding anything in Aries, because Mercury is going to be in the sign Aries. And during the retrograde, it's currently in the sign Aries right now. I always have to check and make sure. Yes. Okay. So what are any kind of paperwork in Aries? Don't sign. I would recommend not signing. Leadership, anything dealing with a leadership, you being a boss, anything dealing with anything physical. If you're signing, if you're a sports contract or anything, I wouldn't sign it. Declarations of intent, of intent, because Aries is a sign of action and initiative. Don't sign it. Conflict resolution, anything to solve a conflict, I wouldn't sign it. Risk management plan, because Aries is about taking risk. No. Personal development, Aries is about the self. Don't sign that kind of contract. Any contract pertaining to anything new, starting anything new, don't do it. Okay. What else do we have here? Oh, and let me see. Okay. And also too, I wanted to say, because Mercury, the shadow phase, the reason why we know the shadow phase, because when it comes back out of retrograde, it would be in this degree here, 15 degrees. So that's why this is the shadow phase that's starting. Okay. And what else do we have? Wait, hold on. Oh, wait. Yes, I never know what to press. Let me see, what else do we have? Did I say? Oh, okay. You want to be patient. Okay. You want to practice mindfulness. You want to stay positive. Watch out for any of the following: miscommunications, technical issues, travel delays, any contract errors, forgetfulness, because you could be forgetful or lose an email and all that stuff, because you're being too impulsive and being impulsive with your thoughts. Emotionally sensitive. Mercury in Aries, far as traveling, try not to be too spontaneous, too impulsive. There's a lot of travel delays because Aries is a sign of speed, okay, and movement. So be aware of that and be flexible because Aries can be unpredictable. So it's important to be flexible with traveling. Safety, very important. I wouldn't do anything adventurous as far as traveling with Mercury retrograding in a sign Aries. Now, in Mercury retrograding in a sign communication in a sign. Mercury retrograding in Aries is dealing, and when it comes to communication, because it's the planet of communication, there may be blunt communication, direct communication, aggressive communication, communication about the self, focusing on self-expression, assertiveness, people too assertive, difficulty in expressing yourself too could be a problem when it comes to communication. Now, Mercury, when it comes to thought and intellect, because Mercury deals with thought and intellect, and the sign Aries and retrograding, there may be some misunderstanding because you may be jumping to conclusions. You could be very impatient with communicating, competitive with communicating and thinking, quick thinking, thinking too fast, very courageous in your thought. So overly courageous is really, and leadership mentality and overbearing with your leadership. Okay. Mercury is also in charge of commerce and trade. Now, when it comes to Aries, commerce and trade is that you could be too impulsive when it comes to your finances and when it comes to money. Okay. And delays in transaction are too speedy. Okay. So that is what you have with that. Let me see what else we have here. I need to figure out how to make this the jump to. Okay, so now that same day, we have Mercury is going to conjunct, which I talked about this last week. But if you see here, Mercury is conjunct the North Node, and then it's opposing the South Node. It's conjunct and opposing in 15 degrees. 15 degrees is a Gemini degree. It's also a degree of car accident. So there's something that you could be dealing with when it comes to your future and releasing in your past that's dealing with a car accident. Not necessarily bad, especially if you have some eighth house placements or some connections with Scorpio, Scorpio moon, Scorpio, Mercury and Scorpio. Just be aware of that. Now, communication, gadgets, telephones, phones, televisions, anything dealing with communication, self-expression, books, siblings, your neighborhood, your community, early child development, right? And it's dealing with, the North Node is dealing with your future and it's dealing with your past. Remember, we're also dealing with that Mercury in the shadow phase at this time. Also, there's going to be connection with this coming up because this North Node and South Node is connected to the eclipse. We could be feeling some eclipse energy currently right now. I'll talk about that briefly, but focus on communication and learning. And related to your future and your growth, because that's the North Node, right? Balancing relationships with yourself and relationships with others. You may need to find ways to communicate your needs and desires in relationships while also maintaining your individuality. Have you talked to your lover about yourself and about themselves? I wonder if you discussed that today. Okay. Revisiting the past communicating patterns. Okay. The South Node in Libra represents patterns from the past, and you may want to revisit or reassess these patterns. You're probably already thinking about it or discussing it. Okay. New ideas and perspective that align with your future growth. You may be open to more new ideas and perspective. Challenges in communications can be happening with anyone you're in a relationship or a partnership with, or with open enemies. Oppositions can bring some challenges. Strive to balance the honors of your needs and your needs of others, because you need to balance, because Aries and Libra is the seesaw of the self versus others. Also, there's some thought of that when it comes to your future and your past. And what else are we dealing with North Node and Aries? Oh, I was thinking also too, when it comes to law, because Libra is dealing with that law and yourself. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just realized I need water. Hold on one second. Let me see. I want to grab some aqua. Hold on one second. This is going to take me about this is going to be a commercial break and it's going to take about 15 seconds, okay? But you guys go ahead and watch this while I go ahead and get my water. Okay, how long did that take? That didn't take long, right? I feel like it didn't take long. Let me drink my water. And you guys, I have a Cricut. You see it says my name here. That was the first thing I did with my Cricut, by the way. Anyway, okay, so sorry about that. Why am I apologizing for getting water? Anyway, okay, so let's talk about the next day. That's what we have. Oh, what else do we have here? Did I say everything? New idea perspectives, challenges in communication. I discussed that. Decision making can be happening because regarding your future path, okay, with yourself and relationships. Now, let's talk about the next day. We have the moon that's going to enter Leo, and that's going to happen at 12:32 p.m. Creative expression could be happening, confidence and self-assuredness, generous and warmth energy, leadership and being assertive, because Leo is a natural leader. And when it's in a moon, you may lead you to be more personal. In your personal life, you may be dealing with some professionalism and being a leader. Dramatic. Leo could be a little dramatic, okay? Not a little. Or expressive energy. Some bad things are your ego, and you could be self-centered because Leo is like, look at me, everyone, it's about me. Drama and conflict. So drama in a negative way, not as dramatic. Overbearing and domineering behavior. Attention, seeking attention behavior. Very impulsive, very fiery, over romanticizing something, okay? So be aware of that when we have that. Also this same day, and let's see, let's split it up in an hour. What hour does this happen? What time does this happen? Oh, it happens at night. Here it comes. Bam. Here we are. If you look at the sun at 8:06 p.m., it is officially spring equinox. Okay. Now the solstice, there's 4 cardinal signs, right? Actually, let me bring this back up. There's 4 cardinal signs. And when you have the 4 cardinal signs, then you are starting a new something. Okay, because cardinal sign starts either the solstice or the equinox. It starts a new season, not a something. Okay, so solstices and equinox are the 4 points of the Earth's orbit, and also they are the 4 points of the astrology wheel. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have the the ascendant, the descendant, the MC, and IC. Okay, so winter solstice, that's December 21st. Spring equinox, that is March 21st, which is really the 19th, but it varies. And summer solstice, June 21st. Fall equinox is September 21st. Now, equinox is when spring equinox is when we celebrate around the world. But I wanted to say the differences between equinox and the solstices. The solstices is when you are balancing. It marks the point when the day and night, the equinox is when they're equal. Sorry. The solstices is when either it's longer at night, more hours at night, winter, or it's more hours in a day, summer solstice. Okay. And spring equinox and fall equinox is when there is a balance between the hours of the day and the night. Now, whenever we have the spring equinox, it represents renewal, growth, and fertility. This is like the new year. Okay, it's the time to celebrate the end of winter and beginning of a new season and growth and abundance, new beginnings, because we're we are entering a new astrology wheel. Well, year. Okay. And it's Aries season when it comes to the sun. So we have new beginnings, initiative, and action. We're embracing change. The equinox is seen as a powerful time for setting intentions. This is the real New Year's. Okay. Set your intentions. I would do it the night before. And so in the daytime, you already set your intentions. Okay. Set new goals, start new projects, take actions toward goals. Time for balance too, because that day and night are equal length, and it symbolizes equilibrium between light and darkness. What else do we have? Equinox is also a good time for transition as we move from one season to another. We may be called to release and let go of the old and embrace the new. It's a time of letting go what no longer serves you for new growth and new opportunities. Okay. Now, because Aries is in the sun is in the sign Aries. Remember, at 8:06 p.m. that happens, and it will be Aries season all the way until April 19th. The sun is exalted in Aries, and whenever a planet is exalted in a sun, it's at its strongest and most powerful position. When the sun represents the core essence of an individual personality and our vitality life, it's in a sign Aries, and these qualities are amplified. It represents a powerful combination of confidence and energy and assertiveness. Okay, so some sun themes, just the sun alone, represents our identity, it represents our ego, it represents leadership, authority, creativity, passion, our purpose, our direction, almost like a Mars kind of energy. It represents radiance and being magnetic, self expression, vitality. Father, the sun reflects fatherly, masculine energy and element towards our own father, or your substitute father, or people who represent father, or a position of authority. So you have your heroes, you have your kings, you have anyone that's overbearing, anyone who's self-confident, that kind of energy. Our central concerns are also representing the sun. It also symbolizes our path and our goals. Yang energy, which is again masculine, our conscious mind, not our subconscious mind, our conscious mind, the will, activity, dynamic force, individual creativity, self realization, motivation, our capabilities, and our courage. Now, that is what the sun represents alone. Now, Aries is a cardinal sign, hence it's starting this season, and it's a fire sign. So I find that Aries is the true cardinal sign, because not only is it starting a season, but it's also starting spring, a new spring equinox, but it's also starting the whole astrology year. Okay. So wait, hold on one second. Let me move this over. So we have, anytime you have a cardinal sign, you have action, you have change, you have independence, you have dynamic energy. There's some challenges because you have to start something new and you have to be flexible. Now, it's a fire sign, so there's passion, there's creativity, there's action, there's courage. Again, independence with both cardinal and fire. Very optimistic energy, fire energy, very motivational, very spontaneous, very intense. Now, when we have the sun in Aries, what are some things that we're going to have for the collective and individually? Aries represents Palestine. So the sun will be highlighting the energy of Palestine as if it's not already focused on that. But Israel is also in the sign Aries, represents Aries. So get ready for more Palestine and Israel energy. Poland is also in there, Dallas, Texas, Syria. Those are just a few places that I have written down. Aries also represents tools and sharp tools, violent diseases, anything dealing with the physical body and being physical. Peppers, Aries also represents, is the god of war. So there's war, anything dealing with the head and the face. Anything dealing with the roof, because you're talking about the top. Number one also is Aries, the destroyer, too much activity. Aries is about I want, not I need. Great generals is also dealing with Aries. Remember, I said that fatherly, overbearing energy. Attacks, that's with the war, and struggle, that's with the war. Assertion. What else? Aries is the awakening of forces, strong will, rushing forward without becoming weary. Quick recoveries. You can probably see or hear some news with that. With the collective, pioneer, carefree, open, untroubled, energetic, headstrong, sports, athletes, police, military, risk, anybody dealing with any type of risk. Aries energy, race drivers, because we want to be fast, pilots, anything dealing with being very courageous and boldness, vitality, being impulsive, competitive across any board, adventurous, very spontaneous. Aries energy is also very honest. So let's see what's going on and let's see who's going to be honest during the season. It's also dealing with the self and individuality and identity. What else do we have? Initiative and action, independence, confidence is going to happen. What else do we have? Impatience also can happen, and aggression with the sun in Aries. So beware of that. A lot of people being self-centered, a lot of people being short-tempered, recklessness during the season. Everyone take their time, especially with that Mercury retrograding in Aries, and being inflexible, because Aries could be a little resistant to change, even though I said it's open, but it gets a little stubborn, that fire, okay? And lack attention to detail, 100% with Aries. I find people who have Mars in Aries are very moving too fast and not even, they don't have time to think about the details of anything, okay? So let's see what else we have here. We have on the 20th, so happy solar return to all my Aries. It's very positive. I'm excited. We're going to get stuff done. Now we have here, did I do, oh no, I did. I don't know why I did the month. Apologies, days. And we are now doing the 20th. Mercury in Aries is going to conjunct Chiron in Aries. And here we are here. This happens at, really happens at 80 degrees. So this is a little bit too fast because it happens at 10:26 a.m. This is in a p.m. So let's pretend that this is at night. In the morning. And there we go. And it hits 18 degrees, right? And 18 degrees is a Virgo degree, first of all, just so you know. And Virgo degree is to diminish or to make smaller. It's about cleansing. It's about improvement. It's about health and work, routine, pets, and being of service of others and organizing. And 18 degree could be like an evil degree. It's about, some people say it's the worst degree ever. Nicola, who discussed degrees, thinks it's the worst degree. It also could indicate some rare diseases. And remember, I talked about violent diseases with the Aries and Sun in Aries, and tragic accidents can happen, and facing some hardships also with this degree. 18 degrees is a serious degree to not ignore, okay, especially all my Aries. So be careful out there. But now, when we're talking about Mercury, the planet of communication, the planet of commerce, the planet of thought and travel, is going to conjunct the planet of healing, and are both in a sign Aries. So there could be communicative blocks when it comes to any type of wounds or deep-seated wounds, or struggle, triggering conversations, because I'm the one to trigger a conversation. My moon in Scorpio and Leo, Mercury and Leo will definitely trigger a conversation for some healings. There's also could be some misunderstandings because Mercury in Aries is very direct to the point, and you have that Chiron mixed in there, and it could lead to hurtful words, which people who are sensitive can switch up and not listen to that. And then we have that Mercury shadow phase. So be aware of that. Intellectual insecurities, difficulty in expressing pain, struggle, because the conjunct is both ways. When planets are hugging together, it could be negative and positive. Okay. There is no knowing if it's negative or positive, also depending on your chart individually. But I discussed the negative and positive of the aspect, right? Struggles with self-expression, communication of what you need to heal from. So your wounds, healing conversations can happen too. Wounded words can happen because we are talking about communication, and we are talking about the wound, and we are talking about Aries energy. Aries don't give an F, okay? Writing for healing, Mercury in Aries conjunct is a powerful time to write and heal yourself from it, and speaking up for healing, okay? Now, that is what we get with that interesting day. Let me know how that goes for everyone. Now, on the 21st of March, now we have the sun, and it's going to sextile Pluto in Aries, and it's in 1 degree. 1 degree is an Aries degree. And that's all about taking action. And again, Aries, fighting spirits and not giving up on one's faith and struggle and war. Everything I discussed earlier. It could also represent abuse and labor and diligence and leadership and something starting new, right? And when you have Pluto sextiling, it's very positive. So the war is not a war. Okay. Sextile is positive energy, it's a positive aspect. And you do have to put in the work. So it's like, God, put the energy out there. What are you going to do with this energy? Okay. So empowerment and transformation. Pluto is about transformation. It's about healing. It's about change. And now you have the power, your life and your vitality, and this fatherly masculine energy is here to work with it. So put in the work for a change. Okay. Intense focus, because Pluto likes to go deeper, and the sun is going to focus on that. So you have both Aries and Pluto. They're both very intense and very focused, and this aspect can help individuals concentrate on energy, the sun, um, to achieve important goals and projects. So depth of character, Pluto wants to go more complex and not superficial, and that character can be improved. The psyche can be improved. Very resourcefulness, because Pluto is a resourceful and determined. Aries is known for being courageous and initiative. So you have that energy, and it's going to work for some determination, some self-determination. Use this psychological insight. Great day. So you have the healing the day before, and now you have the actual energy of starting it, and it's in Aries. So something's going to start anew. Please let me know what happens. Now, later on that day at 4:09 p.m., it's going to happen in 12 degrees. We have Venus here, and it's conjunct Saturn, and that's happening in 12 degrees. 12 degrees is a Pisces degree. It's complete opposite of Aries, right? Not complete opposite, but you have the starting, and now you have the end. And Pisces represents sleeping and drugs and alcohol and the end, and it's the unconscious mind. And we've been talking about the conscious mind. Now we're talking about your psyche and your emotional feelings and feet and madness and shadows and things that are unclear and uncertain, and again, endings, right? So when you have the conjunct, again, negative and positive, the energies are merging together and they're extra strong. And 12 degrees. Let's see, Venus is already in Pisces, Saturn's already in Pisces. We're going to get a lot of Pisces names without a doubt. Emotional deepness, commitments in relationship could be a thing, because Venus is dealing about love. Artistic discipline, that's Saturn. What else we have? Financial planning can happen, emotional stability, self-reflection, emotional restriction, relationship challenges, especially from men or older men, okay? Or maybe because Saturn is like, I don't want to have the feels, and you're trying to have me feel stuff, and Saturn doesn't like to feel, okay? Financial strain can happen, some creative blocks, being very negative or nonchalant about things, self-doubt, because Saturn can amplify the feelings of feeling self-doubt or the insecurity of something, and this aspect could be a time when people struggle with the feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. Fear of rejection. Saturn is just there, okay? Saturn is a planet of limits, and you could be feeling that. Also, too, dealing with Pisces. So something's ending here because you're feeling rejected, okay? What else do we have? Saturn conjunct Pisces. Saturn conjunct Pisces, Saturn conjunct Venus, the love of, the love of spiritual things here, the love of, spirituality is being limited. That could be happening too. Or some social gathering that's religious is being restricted in some way. So, that could be happening for the collective. Okay. Now, also to that moon, where's the beautiful moon in the sign Leo, is going to be opposing Mars here later on as we scooch on over, and it'll be 29 degrees. That's going to happen around 11:30 p.m. if you're still up. 29 degrees is a Leo degree. So if you're feeling that, you could be emotionally intense. There could be some emotional feelings happening. There could be some conflict and tension. Be very impulsive. There's some ego battles. I would say go to bed early. Energy could be fluctuated, very fixed energy too. People are being very stubborn and someone doesn't want to change. So be aware of that. Now, the next day, the moon will be entering Virgo, and the moon entering Virgo, I get a lot of business done during the moon in Virgo. I'm very healthy. I'm all about my routines. I'm working out at home. I'm very practical, attention to details. You can be organized. Health and well-being is serious. But there's some criticism, and service to others could be happening under this moon. Routine and habits, huge. Caring about your pets more than ever. Getting some stuff done that you should have got done a long time ago. I mean, that's more Capricorn, but I find that that Virgo is going to make sure you're getting your work completed. I love whenever we have a moon in Virgo. It's very positive to me. So that is what we have on the 22nd. Also on the 22nd, if you look here, Mars is at the edge here of Aquarius, but it will be entering the sign Pisces, and then that happens at 4:47 p.m. Now, Mars is the planet of action and energy and desire. Pisces is the sign of compassion and spirituality and imagination. So you can have some fights in peace or fights for peace. You're dealing with the spiritual warrior when you have Mars and entering the sign Pisces. People are unusually intuitive and very accurate when pursuing things. Powerful spiritual forces, unpredictable when seen from the outside is the energy you get with that. Wins through understandable compliance. Really being compliant and understanding that being compliant is actually going to get you further with this Mars entering Pisces. What else could it be? There could be some misfires. Get ready for that. Mars, remember, it's a planet of war too. Okay. Extremely sensitive to pain, very dependent on moods. The dreamer, bamboozled. Things are very perplexed when achieving things. Deciding intuitively works best under this energy and will happen. Instinct, going on instinct more than ever when achieving things. Indirectly, things are happening with the Mars in Pisces. Under the influence of alcohol. We'll probably be hearing that a lot. Or under the influence of some type of drug. We will be hearing that a lot with the Mars entering the sign Pisces. Outlets for aggression during this Mars energy is to swim with water, deep sea diving, listening to music, enjoying art. Ways of fighting that could be happening is people are going to create chaos and confusion, using helplessness as a weapon. And how could you do this to me? Kind of action. How dare you do this to me? I'm the victim. Get ready for that, okay? People will be very sensitive, creativity, spirituality, sacrifice, because Pisces is associated with sacrifice. So Mars and Pisces can be a time of people really taking a bullet for others. Okay. Escapism. Pisces also, remember, they want to have the fantasy. They want to be in dreamland. So avoiding confrontation through escapism or illusion or imagination. Okay. Also confusion can happen. People are not having clarity. You have to use your intuition. Pisces is also not dealing with boundaries. So wars, what rules with boundaries? Get ready for that. Pisces is challenges around setting and maintaining boundaries. And that makes me think, so if the rules are, these are the rules, these are boundaries, these are the infrastructure, Pisces is like, I don't see it. Okay. And let's see how any type of war conflicts happens during this transit. Let me see when Mars ingresses into Aries, it will be, hold on, April 30th. So this will be happening from the 22nd to April 30th. Okay. Now let's talk about, I always say, let's talk about, that's how I start all my videos, you guys. So now we are doing the 23rd of March, and the moon is going to be opposing Saturn and it's going to happen in 12 degrees. Again, Pisces degree this day. So it's going to happen around in the morning. So you may be feeling some restraint and not feeling as emotional, or some emotional coldness if you're up or staying up that late. Now, later on in the morning, then you have the moon. It's going to be opposing Venus right there, and in 14 degrees, even though it's showing 15, that will be 14 when it opposes. That's a Taurus, so that's dealing with some earth elements, some food, some resources, something with your voice or luxuries. So you could be emotionally sensitive in relationships. You could be balancing practicality with romance, a desire for perfection, self-care, or care of others, criticism in a relationship. My husband wakes up that early, so I can see myself waking up and be like, or him, me, he doesn't vocalize it as much, so he could be thinking it, or feeling it and not saying anything. Or you guys could be feeling it and I could be knocked out sleep. Let me know. Now, Venus is going to, on the 24th, Venus is going to sextile Jupiter. That's going to happen in 15 degrees. And right here, it's turned into 16, but it will be happening in 15 degrees. That's going to happen on the 24th. It's going to happen at 9:30 a.m. Gemini degree is 15 degrees is a Gemini degree. Again, communication, traveling in some sort. It also represents car accidents, but this is a sextile. Sextile is positive, and you just have to put the work in it. So it could be like you could meet someone in a car accident, but you're not hurt. So if you get in a car accident and there's some romantic meeting, I am curious. Please hit me up. Say, oh my gosh, Danyell, you said this will happen. So, but the sextile could be abundance and property, optimism and very positivity, energy. Socially, it's going to be very harmonic. Everyone will be balanced socially. This is a great day to get out and have a social event, or be out and be with people. You could be creative. You could be inspired this day. You may be very generous. People may be giving to you, maybe attracting some things. Resources, Jupiter and Taurus, or something spiritual can be happening. Very romantic as well. Okay. And that same day, we have the moon that's going to be entering Libra. And anytime we have a moon in Libra, it's all about harmony and peace. Yeah. So definitely love that day. Socializing, networking, very diplomatic. People will be compromising. You'll feel sensitive to aesthetics, can be indecisive and indecisive with decisions. Of course, that's the same thing. Relationship focus can happen, and avoidance of conflict, passive aggressiveness can happen too. Coming up, we have again the Libra lunar penumbra eclipse. I'm going to briefly talk about it, and I'm going to go in depth about it tomorrow, and that will be another video. Also, remember, Mercury is going to retrograde April 1st to the 25th. Okay, that's what we have coming up now. Quickly, because this is going to happen, this lunar eclipse is going to happen on the 25th. The 25th is a Monday. Is it a Monday or a Tuesday? Monday. So I have to talk about this tomorrow. I have to do a video on this tomorrow. Let me talk about what I have now. Let me see. When it comes to, first of all, this eclipse may not be as strong as other eclipse, because this is a lunar penumbral eclipse, and I find that solar eclipse are really strong, and we could be feeling this already, because 5 days before is when you really feel it. And the last time we had an eclipse, an annular solar eclipse, that was October 14th. But that Hamas energy, that Hamas, what Palestine's and Hamas and Israel is what I want to say. Hamas and Israel happened October 7th, but the eclipse happened on the 14th. So you may be feeling something. And anytime you have an eclipse, it's because you were not going on the right path. And the eclipse is like, focus on here and change what's going on here. And this is in a sign Libra. So the themes of harmony, the themes of balance, the themes of law, the themes of aesthetics, the themes of relationships and art and beauty all are going to be coming up. And then also look at Venus and where that is. And Venus is in a sign Pisces. So something with spirituality is also connected because Venus is the ruler of Libra. Okay. So what else do I have briefly to tell you about this Libra eclipse? It's eclipse season, first of all. So the second eclipse is going to happen, shortly after. Sometimes we have 3 or 2, but this one is just going to be 2, and that's going to be stronger, and that's going to be April 8th, okay, 2024. Okay, I am going to go so deep on this tomorrow, and of course, we'll do horoscopes. But I have a brief notes on it. Let me see who's going to. Usually, it affects who sees the eclipse. Let me see if I have it written down in these notes, because where you live. Okay. Good chance that you can see the eclipse in parts of Antarctica, west half of Africa, Western Europe, Atlantic Sea, America, the whole America, Pacific Ocean, Japan, and eastern half of Australia. We will all witness that. So whoever can witness it is going to affect you. Yes. Anyway, okay. So that is what we have briefly on the eclipse. I'm going to go more on the eclipse later. Let me do some tarot for zodiac signs. And yeah, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. First, let me do it on everyone first. And then I will pull a card for everyone who's here, what we have going on this week. Let me pull a card. We have the Justice in reverse. This is all about people not feeling balance, and maybe that Mercury is affecting people, and you need to feel some harmony and some balance, and also energy of being passive aggressive, which I was talking about earlier. So work on not being passive aggressive. If there's something you have to say, just say it. Or how about just let it go? Okay. Practice on focus on how you can stay in a very balanced energy. Okay. Do it. Let's see what you need to do to stay balanced as a collective. Okay. We have the moon. Oh, don't live in fear. We have the moon in reverse. Do not live in fear, you guys. Don't live in fear. Don't think the insecurities, don't let them take over. Okay. And that is what we have for the collective. Do not live in fear. Get out the house. You're living too much in feminine energy with that passive energy. Focus on some masculine energy. Get out in the sun. All right. Okay. That is what we have for the collective. Now, let me pull some cards for all of my Aries. This is for you. Ooh, we have the Knight of Cups. Anytime we have water energy, we're dealing with emotional intuition. We're dealing with relationships. We're dealing with healing and connection. Now, anytime we have the Knight is air energy. So it's very fast, right? And so you are this week, Aries. I just realized I'm talking about Aries. Aries is fast already. So there's probably some relationships coming your way. It's probably moving fast, or there's some healing coming your way. Okay. What can you do with that? Oh, you're going to be indecisive, and you got to go off of your intuition. You go off of your instincts anyway, but it looks like you're going to be indecisive, and there's 2 choices to make here, and you can't think of both. But go off of your intuition. That's what that Knight of Cups represents. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Taurus. Let's see what we have for you. Ooh, we have the Page of Machetes. Take your time when it comes to your thoughts and your words this week. Do not move fast. Really move slow when it comes to your any type of writing, any type of communication, any type of intellect. Take your time, okay? Also, there could be a message coming regarding something with intellect, something with the truth. There could be a message coming your way, Taurus. Okay. We have the Hierophant, which is also dealing with Virgo. This is also the energy of well, not Virgo, Taurus. There's some change when it comes to your traditions here. Be aware of that, or some change of something that you're used to keeping the same. Also, this could be a spiritual leader that you could be dealing with this week. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Geminis. Let's see what we have for you. Oh, Geminis, this week some reason you're in fear. You're having anxiety. You can't sleep. Let's see what we have for you. What needs to happen with this anxiety this week? Or you need to just walk away from what no longer serves you. Not a big deal. You probably think it's a big deal because you're losing sleep, but Geminis, this is not a big deal. Walk away from what no longer serves you. What is that? You know what it is. I don't. But it's not serving you anymore. So just walk away, and then I will end that anxiety and fear. Okay. I will see you guys next time. It really is that simple. I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Cancers. Let's see what we have for you. Ooh, we have the Queen of Machetes. You guys are all about speaking the truth and very communicative when it comes to any type of conflict and researching. Very good at researching, speaking the truth. The knowledge is yours. Reading, all that is going to happen this week. And the world is at your fingertips. There'll be some ending or some culmination happening, or maybe you're communicating on a broad like on the internet, something big, you're communicating. And when you're talking about the queen is going to speak the words of nurturing. Okay. They're going to be healing with their words, and you could be doing that to the collective, to the world, or with the internet. So yeah, very positive for Cancers. Cancers are very loving and nurturing anyway. So you guys are living your light. So yes, very positive. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Leos, let's see what we have for you. I'm pulling two cards. Leos, it's time to take a break, time to rest that mind. You could probably need to meditate, whatever it is. Stop talking, stop focusing on gossip. Just take a rest. Just stop whatever the communication is. And focus on your tangible items, focus on your health. Anytime we have a card dealing with Pentacles, which is earth energy, then we are dealing with anything physical. We're dealing with your career, you're dealing with your money, you're dealing with your health, you're dealing with your ego, you're dealing with nature, you're dealing with foundation, you're dealing with stability. Okay. So focus on that. The night is very anxious on doing that. So stop talking. And it's all about focusing the energy on your physical health, okay? Or tangible items. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Virgos. Let's see who we have here. Virgos, it's time to reap what you sow. It's also time to plant the seed. It's also time to be patient. Let's see, because there's going to be an abrupt change happening, and you need to just take your time and focus on what you are planting. Don't focus on the loss, the change, the chaos, because there will be chaos. There will be an abrupt change. You have to go with the flow. You have to be flexible. At the same time, this is something that you planted a long time ago. Either it's going to grow or it's going to change in a big way for you guys. Okay. Whatever it is, you cannot focus on the negative. You have to release and let go and let God, because it's a foundation that you are depending on that is a false structure. It's not real. You depend on your spirituality. You depend on the fact that you're very practical and grounded. You depend on love. Okay. You depend on creativity and your passions. And whatever this is, the seed that you have planted, it's a false structure. Okay, let it go. I'm thinking it's about patience, but I'm really thinking it's about being flexible. So you guys are Virgos, you're mutable energy, you are flexible anyway, but it's about releasing and letting go and letting God. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Libras, let's see what we have for you, my beautiful Libras. Libras, this week you're thinking in lack. You're not thinking in abundance. I wonder why. You need to have some confidence, and some self-confidence is really big, especially with this airy energy. But you're all focused on what you don't have, or you're all focused on it's not enough. And I don't know what it is. It could be like not enough money, or insecurities of your health, or insecurities of your beauty, or not enough men, whatever it is. This is the Leo energy. The Leo is like, girl, if you don't get it together and focus on your strength and have some confidence and have some passion, self-compassion and a love of self is huge with this card. Okay. So focus on that and you guys will be fine this week. I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Scorpios, let's see what we have for you guys. My beautiful Scorpios. Ooh, we have the moon here. And the moon is all about um, your emotions, and it's all about what's in the dark. And there's going to be some harmony and balance, or maybe there's going to be justice coming your way. These are both major arcana, Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio moon, so I'm all about the truth and honesty. And when you have the moon, you're dealing with your mother, you're dealing with emotions, you're dealing with your intuitions. And home, okay, and what is security and what is safe. And there's going to be some justice happening. There's going to be the truth and some fairness coming your way, Scorpio. Maybe you're not dealing with law, but there's something that's going to be bringing harmony and balance coming your way. Major arcana, meaning this week is going to be big for you, okay? I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have for my Sagittarius placements. I'm a Sagittarius rising. Oh, we have a Three of Brooms. So this is someone who's about to move forward. And they've done the research. They gathered the information. Now it's time to move forward. But while you're moving forward, we do not want you to travel the world, Sagittarius, and to look at what you don't have. You want to focus on what you do have. Right now, you are focusing on what you don't have. There could be some loss and grief happening this week, and it doesn't mean like you're losing a person, but maybe like a change or a conflict in something that you loved, because we are dealing with the cups. Focus on what is loving you. Focus on the things that you have, because right now you're focusing on the loss of two cups instead of focusing the cups that you have. Okay, and this is going to happen when you're expanding and moving forward. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Capricorns, let's see what we have for you. I'm pulling two cards just in a mix of my deck. Oh, we have two major arcanas. There is a big transitioning happening. There's a big transformation happening. There's some big healing happening for you, Capricorns. Major arcana, and it could be dealing with your spiritual wisdom, okay? Something intuitive, something spiritually is happening. There is a transition. Let's see what we need from that. I'm going to pull another card. Oh, all these are major arcanas. Some self-care needs to be happening here, Capricorns. I don't know if you're a Capricorn sun or moon or rising. You should be checking all three. But there is a change and there's a transformation. You need to seek spiritual wisdom, okay? You need to not seek conscious wisdom, like what people say, oh, you just need a band-aid. No, this is deep, this is spiritual. Spiritual wisdom needs to be seeked for you to have this self-care and abundance. Okay, if you do this, you will feel abundant and you will live in your femininity, which is receiving things. But there is a transitioning happening. Something's ending, something's dying here. Okay. That card represents Scorpio. It's very deep, it's very dark. However, you need to go through that darkness to see the light. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Let me see what we have here. What's going to happen with Pisces this week? Okay, I'm going to do you guys, and you know what? And I will actually pull a card just for you. But let me see what we have for who was next. I'm going to do Aquarius, and then I will do you. Okay, I will do Pisces, and I will do you. Okay, let me do Aquarius. Let's see what we have here. Aquarius. Aquarius, you are also not sleeping. You have some anxiety. There's some fears you're focused on. And it could be dealing with your money, okay, or your health. And you need to be the king. This also could be dealing with some foundations. It could be dealing with your ego that you are having anxiety about. It could be dealing with something physical, something tangible, something with your career, something with your money, okay? And you need to walk away from what no longer serves you. Stop thinking about it. Stop dreaming about it. You need to walk away from what no longer serves you. Okay. So let me do Pisces and then I'll do the person who was here for a reading. Pisces, we have the page of machetes, and page of machetes is taking their time to communicate. They are in a mental realm and thinking slow. There's some bravery. There's some change because it's air, likes to change, but hard on communication and very powerful, but in the earth element. So really taking their slow time and tangible time, are dealing with some foundations with the mental, okay, are dealing with their health and really thinking about their health. Also, this could be a message coming your way, dealing with mentality. Of course, messages is always words, but dealing with the air element. So let's see, an air intellect. Someone could be talking about how you think or how you communicate or how even commerce, something you are financially trading, dealing with that. Now, we have the Hierophant, which is also about tradition. So, with this message, you want to stick to your core beliefs, your traditions. Don't conform. Don't conform. Stick to the roots of how you do things and how you traditionally act. That's a big. That's a major arcana. So, focus on your spiritual beliefs that you did traditionally, or a traditional leader, spiritual leader, is what the Hierophant also represents. I'm seeking guidance in this when it comes to that message. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Yes. Now let me pull a card for the one person who left a comment. Ivy, I'm going to pull a card for you. Oh, Ivy, you're going on a new journey. I hope you're still here, Ivy, but you will be starting a new journey. Expect the unexpected, pack light, and you got Aries. So, of course, you are going to be going on a new journey and starting something new. That is just for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see everyone next time. Bye.